Hi there, sign of Virgo. This is Kim. I'm here to give you your next 3-day message. No, this is your next 7-day messages. That's right. We're doing 7-day messages. So opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels. The intention is to connect to them for your highest good. If you need a private reading, they're recorded readings. They start at $20, go up from there. And it is a private link that is sent to you. The information is in the description box below. Just make sure you put on the notes what you want to know or what you want me to ask. Let's word it that way. So Spirit, can you please give me messages for this beautiful YouTube group? Oh, goodness. Does it have to be the Faultline? Yeah, well, I'm here to give the messages, all right? I'm here to give the messages. Well, the fault line is something that we know is going to crack under pressure. It's something that we kind of know is there, that's happening. And I mean, so for a lot of us, maybe this is happening in the world, okay? It's something that is cracking apart or splitting apart in our life is actually pushing us into the energy of the river, which is like unavoidable, swept up by the river, transformation and change. Then I have the Lover. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. I just know you're about to be swept up by the river. That's the main message here, is you're about to be swept up by this river, by this current of change. There has to be something in your life here where you can say, okay, well, the fault line is there. I know that this is about to break. And when it breaks, just go with the river. Go with the flow of where Spirit is wanting to take you. It seems like they're going to be leading you to this Lover energy. And this is not the Lover's card in the tarot. This is the Lover. So this is a specific person, a soulmate, somebody that is guided to you. And I mean, you can really look at this as there may be something that's splitting apart, that's coming apart in your life, but also something new that is forming too. So it's interesting. I kind of want to pull the Kipper deck to see what is the love. Who's the lover for Virgo? Who's the lover? Who is the lover for Virgo? What is the lover about? Who is the lover? Who or what is the lover? The change. It's somebody that has a lot of respect for you, but also they get a lot of respect here on Earth, spirit realm. They're highly so this could be a really influential person. It is somebody here that yeah, they have like a team on their side. So do you. But this is an ally that has a team that's here to bring about, or to help you bring about, some kind of change that's coming in your life. You recognize this person because you'll have a lot of respect and admiration for them. You're about to be swept up into the stellar stream. Again, unavoidable. The wind cannot contain this stream of stars. They go in a certain direction that the flow is taking them, and nothing stops it. This is unavoidable change. And a person, it seems like there's a person that's tied directly to this also. Okay. Parsec. The distance between two things. The distance between two things is almost not at all when you have the when you have the frequency of love. Love. 528 hertz. The frequency of love. What's interesting about this frequency, love, unity, this to me is saying that there appears to be distance, but in the realm of the heart and love, all is connected. And this card actually has a special message that says your divine DNA blueprint is coming online. Your DNA may be changing, altering at this time. Upgrading back. Upgrading back to the beginning, like the infinite circle of life, right? Going back to the beginning where before any kind of DNA was tampered with, before the blueprint of who you really were was hidden or masked by all kinds of things. We have false guidance all over the place, half-truths in what we have as our history books. This is something that's divine. It's a knowing, and when it gets turned on, back on in your system, it is bringing you to a place of peace, of love, healing, of knowing that you're all connected, one love. Spiritual gifts and abilities will be coming more and more online. So even though there appears to be a distance, let me look up parsec. There might be a little bit more on that one, other than the distance between two things. If there is a distance in reality, physical reality, between you and whoever this person is, it looks like the river, the flow of spirit is going to sweep both of you all up and lead you into the right place. It just means distance. Okay, it does say a pause for a new flow. Activate the 999 portal. Okay, and the 999 portal is back here. It says, an important chapter of my life is coming to an end. So I will let it go with love and put my energy towards the new chapter without being delayed. I hear the call. I go straight to work on my new purpose. So now let's take a look into this soul contracts deck and just see what is this about. What is this new flow about for Virgo in their next 7 days? Okay. Yeah. Beyond time with the hourglass here, your soul transcends time and space. Dive deep into its essence to discover infinite possibilities. Timelessness, transcendence, and soul journey. And so transcendence is when we're able to, as a divine being, transcend all of the earthly cares, concerns, and worries here. We transcend any kind of limitation. Step fully into our divine creator mode. Soul alliance. Walk with your soul allies together. You will fulfill greater missions. Collaboration, support, and shared growth. That's the lover energy. Awe and boundless love. Love is an infinite force. Let it nourish your soul and spread it to the world. That's this. Unconditional love, soul nourishment, and love's expansion. So there's a pause, there's a fault line, and then there's a flow. And I think it's going to go like that linearly for you. The universal hug. Feel the universe wrap you and in this embrace of unconditional love. Let this energy of warmth and acceptance restore and uplift your spirit. Divine warmth, universal love, and embracing energy. Yeah, the only thing that can make the river uncomfortable, imagine if you're like this twig or this branch and it keeps trying to grasp onto little things, tries to resist. You know, eventually it's going to get swept up with the river. But what can make it uncomfortable or the water feel like it's pounding on you as if you're holding on to something still? Okay, so that's what they're saying with that. Let's get a tarot card on this. Magician, 10 of Cups. It's the awareness that you're the divine creator, right? Okay. Through any circumstance, you can find alignment, just exactly where you are. Soul's alliance. Part of the word alignment is in there. Soul's alliance. Page of Cups. Yeah. So it's maybe something that comes in a little unexpected here. Page of Cups is saying you're going to have a fresh new start in something loving, something enjoyable, whether that be with a relationship or with your job. There's some sort of change here and a message coming into your environment about this change. It will be the decision to make is, do I want this fresh new start? Do I want to go in this direction with the flow? I think if you do, you are going to be in Empress energy. Wow. Empress is like the privileged lady. The Empress energy effortlessly receives whatever she wants, really, and gives to giving and receiving over all of the queens. I see the Empress as being, she births things to life. She's the mother of invention on this card. This is Todd Alcott's Sci-Fi Tarot. But she definitely gets into flow because things come effortlessly. She's going to be like the river and travel the least resistance, right? Not be resistance to the change, not be resistant to the flow. Just going where it takes you and then creating from that space. So this is extremely abundant, and it's like abundance flows to you effortlessly. Success is going to come to you, or you're going to be led into the right direction. And there's no gender here with this. This can be a man or a woman who's just really embracing this divine feminine side of themselves. Creation. Creating. What are you creating? Queen of Pentacles. Stability. Stability, wow, may have a tie to something Egyptian, or may feel like you have a past life tie to something Egyptian. Maybe it's the mysteries here that you like discovering about or finding out about. Anyway, the meaning of the Queen of Pentacles is that you're going to be very abundant when it comes to your finances, your resources, your fertility, your ability to just keep on coming up with new things. It's good. This could be a job that you work from home for some of you all, and maybe it's like maybe it's a side business that turns out to be something really big. I would get ready to receive, and then look at that candle went out. I would get ready to receive. One thing going out, maybe a new thing coming in. We'll light another candle for you and set an intention. The fault line similar to the Tower card in the sense of something opens up, and what was ready to fall falls. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about what we're creating. The world. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. We're creating a new chapter. Obviously, there's lessons that we have learned. There's cycles that have completed, karmic cycles that have run their course, habits that have died hard, but nonetheless are dying. Something's wrapping up, and you could be ready to create and then travel also, because I mean, I do see this car, and look at that wax. I saw this car and all of the things, like a person's getting ready for a move, but the world could be like you're about to go here, there, and everywhere. What else about the new chapter? Four of Pentacles. I saw that. They're wanting you to guard your energy here and keep what you're building to yourself if you can. Focus on your stability, your foundations, and trust that you have the codes. You have some kind of code coming in that lets you know, like you've cracked the code of the Matrix. Like you know how to build even in this energy. So it's like keeping to yourself, protecting yourself, keeping some secrets to yourself even. Because you know when to make a big change, okay? You know when to get into this fast thinking, seize the day, no more delay. This is like, I feel like this is you listening to your intuition about when the change is here. Like, I'm ready, I'm prepared now. Okay, I'm jumping into this energy. No more delay, there will be change. So even though the fault line might be here for a certain situation, a relationship, or maybe it's even talking about outside of ourselves, what's happening, I see you as being very solid and very like sturdy, secure. And I feel like no one's going to see it when you make this move, a big move with the Knight of Swords. No one will see it. No one will expect it. But you're going to be very successful. And you will see signs and synchronicities, 7 of Wands, telling you, move forward, defend yourself, assert yourself. It's about action at that point. This is a card of ascendance here, 6 of Wands. It's a card of achievements. And you have a lot of supporters. Like you have this team here, soul allies. They're cheering you on. So this is a big glow up, and this is a big achievement for you. Tell me more about this big achievement. The actions are going to speak for themselves. Your success is going to speak for itself. Yeah, we're burning the past chapter. The past chapter that has to be gone, right? The last chapter, book burning. Anyone that tried to like censorship you, silence you, or control you, it is the ending of all of that. It's the ending of the mind games. You are the one that's going to be changing the narrative at this point. So getting more information, tapping into your knowledge is necessary. Maybe Akashic Records, learning about the things that have been hidden, maybe about yourself. So this is about getting more information, doing more research, maybe during a pause, during a time of pause. You will be overcoming your adversities or setbacks. There has been some sort of hardship or misfortune, but I see you overcoming that. By the way that card came out. And I feel like this book burning is a process. Like it's still something that is going on. So you are going to have time for yourself to rest and relax and meditate. They want you to know with the Hammock card that Spirit has supported you. They are supporting you. And that you're in limbo in between two things at this time. But your job is to take care of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Like in the very beginning of the reading, the fault line and then the lover energy, you literally have the Dear John card, which is cutting the cords with either someone or something that's not working for you anymore, and then being led by the flow of where Spirit's leading you into this flamingos, which is embracing the in-between into a soulmate, a lover's, a union, display of affection, long-term potential. That could apply to any kind of relationship, but they're saying not only is it happening now, but Virgo, it's very likely. It is very likely. All right, let's pull an angel number message and wrap it up. $66, 33. Master number 33. Any positive changes or projects you're considering right now will be well worth your time because your power to manifest and create will be heightened. I am expanding. And so look at the fault line as the line or the suture that's allowing you to expand. Could look at it like that. 66, the guardian angel is teaching you the essence of unconditional love. You are encouraged to have faith that the universe will provide for you while you're manifesting your inner desires. So now is the time to basically keep your thoughts as positive as can be. And know that you're already attached to that positive outcome. So I'm sending you love and light. Thanks for joining me, Virgo. Bye.